Hey bosses, how's it going? I am so excited about this live today. I cannot wait to dive into all of the amazing things that we're going to go over and chat about. And I'm just so excited to get into this business plan for 2020. So who else is excited? I know I saw a lot of comments before we got started here. If you're stoked to dive in, let me know. And I'm just so, like I said, just so excited. It's going to be a lot of fun, value packed. Today kicks off. Can you believe there's less than 2 months left in 2019? Today kicks off what we're calling our 60-day sprint. So we just finished the YouTube boot camp, and I am so excited for a new 60-day sprint with you guys here on YouTube because I know you enjoyed the boot camp so much. Let me know with a boss if you enjoyed the boot camp series, the YouTube boot camp series. And as you guys might know, we are going to be announcing the winner of the Authority Accelerator Scholarship on this live stream. Who's excited? I've seen a lot of DMs and a lot of emails come through asking who the winner is. We siphoned through all of the comments in the last couple of days and basically picked the winner this morning after having a team conversation and vetting and all of those things. So that winner will be announced today. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Give me a yes in the chat if you can. Like I said, this is the first official episode of November. So there should be a lot of exciting things coming up that we're going to talk about in this 60-day sprint. We're going to be diving into how to really catapult your business in 2020 and make the most of these last 2 months of 2019. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified every single time we post new videos, which we do twice a week. And we did a bonus video just yesterday if you happen to check that one out, which I know a lot of you did. So thanks for watching. And make sure that you put all distractions away so that we can actually make the most out of this live stream. We're going to be talking about the best online business plan for 2020. I'll be announcing the winner of the Authority Accelerator Scholarship. And in today's live stream, we're going to be talking about how to build $1 billion business and how you can be part of a $1 billion industry in 2020 and capitalize on this crazy successful niche and industry. How to monetize your expertise, even if you're just getting started, even if you feel like you're not an expert, that's okay. And the key to a business plan that has no limits. No boundaries, no borders, no ceilings. Wouldn't that be a nice thing? All right, so we're going to be talking about all of this today, and at the end of this, you should have a set up action plan for success, which is really, really exciting. So I wanted to mention that we have a lot of really exciting things going on in our business, but most importantly, I think in the last year, the thing that I've been the most excited about is our client wall of fame. So we have been able to accumulate a lot of success stories over the years, and we've seen a lot of really amazing results from our programs. And I wanted to show you guys that I am credible to talk about this because I've actually helped people build really successful online businesses over the last year by banking on their authenticity, by banking on being themselves. And if you watched my recent video on winning on YouTube, a big piece of it is banking on your authenticity. So I wanted to show you guys what I mean. So this is our client wall of fame. You can see here all of our success stories and our winner and our winning clients who have passed 100,000 subscribers in a record amount of time. The videos aren't popping up, but what are you going to do? You'll see them if you go to the page at sunnylenarduzzi.com/reviews. You can check all those out. So we have been able to help a lot of people achieve amazing results in their businesses over the last couple of years. And that's why I'm so excited to talk to you about this topic, because we're going to be diving into what exactly it takes to build a successful online business, particularly in the future and in 2020. So first thing I wanted to dive into, which is really, really exciting, is I wanted to dive into the possibilities for you, because they are endless if you follow the right strategy. So by sharing what I'm going to share today, you're going to be able to bank on this $1 billion industry. And if you could take a look at this article, which I recently saw in Forbes, it's pretty amazing. It says e-learning is climbing to $325 billion by 2025. So 5 years from now, the e-learning space, being an infopreneur, having digital programs and courses and cashing in on your expertise, that's going to rise to $325 billion. That's amazing. And I wanted to also show you this little snippet from this article, which says e-learning is the future. Market research firm Global Industry Analysts projected e-learning would reach $107 billion in 2015, and it did. Now research and markets forecasts show triple the revenue of 2015. E-learning will grow to $325 billion by 2025. That's basically $1 billion a day. That's amazing. And so if you're sitting there thinking, it's so competitive, there's just so much competition, et cetera, et cetera. There is, but you have no competition when you're yourself. And I say that all the time. The possibilities are truly endless. I love that. It says, I am Queen Me. I'm going to add you because I love that. The possibilities truly are endless. Absolutely. And everybody can be a part of this industry. And it's amazing that we live in a time where it's possible to build an online business, to build a business that you can do from anywhere in the world. So that's why I wanted to share this with you today and dive into this business plan with you. So here's what I want to talk about first. The thing is, there are a lot of ways to go about building an online business, but what I know to be true is that I have built a business around being what I like to call an infopreneur. If you haven't heard this term before, an infopreneur is basically someone who's been able to build a business around their expertise and help people and serve people all over the world leveraging their expertise. Now, why is being an infopreneur an amazing opportunity to build an online business in 2020? Because it's extremely low risk. It's also based on your experience and your expertise and your authentic voice and what you know and what you've learned by doing what you do best. So for me, I've built my entire business around helping people show up on video and helping people get their message get seen all over the world and reach a bigger audience, impact even more people, and generate more income by leveraging the power of online video. This is all based on my knowledge and my info. So I am an infopreneur. So it's super low risk. It also doesn't involve a lot of cost up front, whereas a lot of businesses, you'll have to buy product or have a physical space or all of these other things that are costs up front. Whereas if you're an infopreneur, you can start the business for basically nothing. You can start with what you have. I started my business with a phone, my computer, and that was it. And I ran it from my dining room table for 3.5 years in my tiny little apartment. So it's low or no cost up front. It's based on your own experience and expertise, which you have no competitors on because nobody else is you, and it's super low risk. And like I said, I got started from my dining room table using my laptop. So this can apply, and this strategy I'm going to share with you today can apply to any product or service. If you're known for everything though, I want to really reiterate this. If you're known for everything, you are known for nothing. So I want to talk about the importance when you're trying to build an online business in 2020. You do not want to be the person who is known for everything because you can't grow that way. So if you're known for everything, you're known for nothing. I will use myself as an example. When I was first getting started in my business, I was a consultant for 5 years offline. I wasn't using YouTube. I had no following. I had no social media presence. And I was doing everything. So I was managing clients all over the world. I was managing big clients and small clients, but I was doing all social platforms. I was focused on all social platforms. When I started on YouTube, I started because I wanted to answer my clients' questions, and I just did it using video. So I would post the videos on YouTube and then send them to my clients. And at the time, I was talking about every single social media platform. I was talking about Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and Pinterest and Periscope and all of these different things. And so I was growing and I was getting attention because I knew what I was talking about, but I wasn't growing as fast as I could when I focused specifically on YouTube marketing. And so what I did was I started to notice that my analytics were showing me that every time I talked about YouTube specifically, I would see an influx of engagement, an influx of inquiries into working with me. And that's when I realized I needed to double down on one specific thing. I'll give you a couple other examples of this. So I was watching, does anybody else watch the show Rhythm and Flow on Netflix. I'm obsessed with it. I've watched the whole series at this point. But if you have watched that show, let me know in the comments just by putting Flow. And if you watched it, it was basically a competition to find the next superstar in hip hop. And T.I. is one of the judges on this competition. And he was judging one of the potential competitors, and it was in like the broad range of everybody who was able to audition. And I remember there was one woman who got to the stage, and she was a pretty talented artist. She was a pretty talented hip hop singer and rapper. But she also had a side business. She was doing nails. She was also a dancer. So she had all these things that she was doing. And I remember T.I. said to her, "You are really good, but until you focus on one thing, I don't want to bank on you." And they didn't put her through to the next round. And I was like, that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. People won't fully buy into you until they know that you are 100% all in and the go-to expert on that one thing. And it also makes you a magnet for customers because then people know what to go to you for. If you're just randomly doing marketing, people don't know what to go to you for. So another example of this is I obviously have curly hair and I started wearing my hair naturally curly a year and a half ago. And I posted something on Instagram asking about where I could find more information on wearing my hair naturally curly, how to manage it, etc. And one of my friends, Stu McLaren, he recommended one of his clients who is a curly hair expert. He didn't recommend a random hairdresser or hairstylist. He was like, this guy is the go-to for curly hair. And I now remember that guy and think of that guy and asked him questions and went to him. And I was like, you are the curly hair expert. So again, if you're trying to be known for everything, you're not going to be known for anything. You can tweet that, you can quote that, you can put that on Instagram, share this out on your stories, tag me. I love seeing the mentions afterwards and your big takeaways. So 2 examples there, T.I. on Rhythm and Flow, if you watch that show, and then me looking for a curly hair expert. I wasn't looking for a general hairstylist because that wasn't specific enough to me, but I will buy into someone who specifically talks about curly hair. So that's the first thing I want to say is if you want to be an infopreneur, it is so important to niche down to blow up. Focus on the one thing before you try and focus on everything. So I'm going to talk about that more in a second, but I also wanted to preface this training today, which is going to be 3 parts, with the fact that the expert was once a beginner, myself included. I didn't always know YouTube like the back of my hand. I learned it by practicing it and doing it. If I was sitting here teaching you how to build an online business or build a successful YouTube channel, but I hadn't actually done it myself, then why would you listen to me? There's no credibility involved in that. So I was once a beginner. I've learned as I've gone and I remain a tactician. And I think a big piece of being a successful infopreneur and starting an online course or starting an online business around a specific skill set or expertise, it's really important that you remain a tactician and you're always learning and you're always mastering your craft. So even if you aren't an expert right now, I wasn't an expert when I started, but by doing the work and by being a tactician, by testing, failing, trying, strategizing, I have become a perceived expert, but I still practice, I still try, I still test, I still do on a daily basis so that I can serve you better. So that's really important to understand as well. Even if you're not an expert right now, you can always become an expert. And there are enough resources out there that you can learn anything. All right, let's start with the one thing. Let's do it. So this is really, really important. And I think something that not enough people really hone in on. But if you're trying to build a business, like I said, focusing on the one thing is so important because it becomes the thing that you are then known for. So let's dive into this a little bit further. The one thing is so important because, like I said, when you're known for one thing, you become a magnet. When you find your niche, you become a magnet. So let's talk about a bunch of different companies that are proof of this because I think this is really, really interesting and so against the grain. And let me know if in the comments if you can relate to this, that you think in order to build a successful business, you have to be good at everything. But if you look at any big successful business in the world today, generally, they always started with one thing. And that was the one thing that blew them up. So let's take a look at this for one quick second here, because I think this will really drive this point home. One of my favorite books is called The One Thing, and it says extraordinary results are directly determined by how narrow you can make your focus. And this is from Gary Keller, who's the author of The One Thing. And I just am going to repeat that. Extraordinary results are directly determined by how narrow you can make your focus. And to everybody who's asking, yes, there will be a replay of this after it's over. So let's just look at a few of these companies. Coffee is what Starbucks is known for. Their food is not great, but coffee is what put them on the map. Coffee is what they started with. Coffee is what they continue to master. Nobody does coffee quite like them. Nobody has built as big of a business around coffee like them. If you go to the mom and pop shop in your neighborhood, which I do love supporting local coffee shops, and I think that's really important, but if I go there, they generally have good food, good coffee, good service, good atmosphere, good everything. And their focus is kind of split across a bunch of different things. Whereas if I go to Starbucks, I'm going there for the coffee. And that's really my main focus. And that's the thing that I know that they do best in the world. So that's why I go to them. It's very clear. The Coors Light, another example, one beer and one brewery is how they started. They didn't start with a whole bunch of different kinds of beer and a whole bunch of different products. They started one beer, one brewery. That's how they blew up. KFC, one chicken recipe. Intel, just microprocessors. Google, hello. This is part of why I have a business. Google's one thing is search. It's what they do better than anyone in the entire world. And that's how they started. And they didn't start adding anything else until years later. So focusing on the one thing, niching down to blow up, is the key to succeeding really in any business, but particularly if you want to build courses, if you want to be an infopreneur, this is so important. And just a friendly reminder, you guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified every single time I do a live like this, or I do a normal video, which I post every Tuesday and Friday. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and share this out. If you're finding this valuable, there's over 500 people here right now. So if you're finding this valuable, be sure to share it out on Instagram, on Twitter. Feel free to tag me, and I love seeing your feedback and your big takeaways. All right. So that's what I really wanted to mention there is like the biggest companies in the world, a lot of them, one thing. That's what they focus on. That's what they started with, is the one thing. So in order to become a magnet for customers and clients and actually start making sales, you got to focus on the one thing. Does that make sense? Give me a boss in the comments if this is making sense to you. The next thing I want to mention is simplify and stick to one platform and grow it as much as possible. So when I was first getting started, I was not even thinking about other social platforms. I went all in on YouTube. If you're not all in on one thing, you're not going to be able to grow it nearly as fast or even at all, because you're diversifying your plans and your strategies and you're trying to learn all these different platforms at once. I didn't even touch Instagram or learn about Instagram really until this year. And I've been doing this for 4 years. YouTube was my sole focus, and it continues to be my number one priority because this is my biggest driver of traffic. So simplify and stick to one platform and grow it as much as possible. Don't get distracted by shiny objects, because everything has an opportunity cost. If you are trying to build a business, but you're spending hours a day on Instagram, or you're watching YouTube videos all day long, or you're listening to podcasts all day long, the cost of that is that you're not actually taking action on that information to grow your business. Everything has an opportunity cost. So if you want your one thing to be YouTube, you got to go watch this training. It's my free masterclass at bossYouTubeStrategy.com. All of our biggest success stories, all of our biggest case studies have started with this free training. So this is really, really important. I'll show you how to 100x your subscriber base and double your revenue in the next year. You can just sign up at bossYouTubeStrategy.com. We'll also link to that below this live stream as well. So simplify and stick to one platform and grow it as much as possible. No shiny objects. Put no shiny objects in the comments if you're with me on this. Okay? All right. Now, the next thing I want to talk about when we talk about the one thing is that I am in this to build a legacy business. I am not here to try and do everything for everyone and a flash in the pan. And I am not here because I want to make a quick buck. I've been able to generate multiple millions in my business in the last year and 5 million in my business in the last 4 years. But I am not trying to do this so I'm an overnight success. This has taken years of work, and my whole goal is to build a legacy. So I like to call it building a legacy business, which means that you're in this for the long haul. You're in this for the long game. Because anything that you try and do for a quick hit or a flash in the pan isn't going to be nearly as successful as it possibly could be if you focus on the long-term vision and focus on getting better every single day and impacting more people every single day. And my legacy business is built on impacting people like you so that you can show up, build your own audience, build your own business, and reach an even bigger audience, and you can have your own individual impact, which you're now able to do by being an infopreneur and by this new industry, which is blowing up and is allowing people all over the world to build businesses from wherever they are with whatever they have. So a legacy business means basically that you are sticking with it long enough to be the best. You may have just discovered me on YouTube, but I've been doing this for 4 years. Every single day I study this platform. Every single day I'm working on this platform. Every single day I'm helping other people grow on this platform. And every day I'm helping people build their online businesses and brands. So I have spent way more than 10,000 hours doing this. And that's not even the metric. But what I'm saying is that you're dedicated to being the best. When you're the best, you become a magnet for people to want to work with you. So prime example of this, everybody knows I love Oprah. And Oprah has done 37,000 interviews at this point in her life. 37,000 interviews. That's why she's the best. She didn't start as the best in the business. She became the best in the business. And you can too. The expert was once a beginner. So even if you have no business, no plan, no nothing right now, you can become the best, but you have to practice. You have to study the masters. You have to do it day in and day out. You have to become focused diligently on the one thing. And nothing represents this better than my friend, Tyler, who posted this this tweet that went viral after he watched Beyonce's Coachella special on Netflix, because this is the truth, people. Beyonce rehearsed for 8 months for a 2-hour performance. Think about that next time you want something in your business to work right away. Can I get an amen? Because again, Beyonce rehearsed for 8 months for a 2-hour performance. 8 months for 2 hours. And I'm hearing people complaining that their business isn't working overnight when you haven't put in any work and you're expecting it to be a magic pill and just work automatically. That ain't how it happens. Okay? So if you really want to build a legacy business and you want to be around for a long time, it's about taking action. It's about being so diligent about whatever it is that you're trying to master, and that one thing that you're trying to become known for, you become obsessed with it. There are examples of this left, right, and center. Okay? So becoming obsessed with becoming the master is so important. And the thing for me is that one thing means, yes, simplifying and sticking to one platform, dominating it, and using that one platform to grow everything else, which I do think is really, really important. But it also means keeping things really simple in my business. Every single day I focus on 3 things. Traffic, so that I can actually get people into my products and services because I know how impactful they are. Best product available, making the best product on the market and constantly improving it and iterating it, listening to our customer feedback, and getting amazing testimonials like I showed you, our Wall of Fame and our 100K Club, all of our members who have surpassed 100,000 subscribers in record time. Those are my 3 things every single day. So I am not, on a daily basis, I am not posting to Facebook. I'm not going on Instagram stories. I'm not going on my Instagram feed to post. I'm not looking at what everybody else is doing. I'm not watching YouTube videos. I'm not listening to a podcast every day. I'm not reading a book every single day. I am focused on those 3 things. Once those 3 things are done on a daily basis, then I can move on to other things. But I am so focused on keeping my focus on one thing. Really simple in my business and really simple as far as what I want people to know me for. I am known for YouTube. That is my one thing. And that has allowed me to build a multi-million-dollar business and serve 6,000 people all over the world in the last 4 years. So that one thing is really important. So if you guys are getting this, if this makes sense, give me a 1 in the chat. All right, so I wanted to show you one more thing before we move on to the next piece of building an online business in 2020 and how to do it successfully. So this is what I like to call your growth wheel. So this basically shows you the cycle of an online business. This is the cycle and the strategy for an online business. So thanks you guys for sharing this out. If you are enjoying this, whether you're watching the replay or the live, make sure that you share this out on your social platforms if you're enjoying it, or share your biggest takeaways with me as well, and mention me, tag me, and I'd love to share it afterwards once we get off this live. So I love seeing all the ones as well. So thank you guys. I hear that you're getting this one thing concept. So here's how I look at it. This is the online business growth wheel. So it starts with your offer. Your offer is first and foremost. What are you offering? What is the one thing you're focused on? What is the one thing you're going to help your clients, customers achieve? Then you create your customer experience. How does it look? How do they get the information they need to experience a transformation? What is their experience from start to finish with you? Is it positive? Is it seamless? Is it easy? So you have your offer, which is going to create a transformation for your client. And then you have your experience of how do they actually get the information? So this comes in through online course platforms, Facebook groups, video trainings, PDFs, checklists, all of those things. How can you make the customer experience the best it possibly can be? So you start with your offer, then you formulate your offer into an experience for your customers. Then you have your customer transformation. So once they get the information that they need from you as the infopreneur, how are they going to achieve their transformation? What is the outcome and the transformation that your offer is guaranteeing? So for me, when people come into our products and services, I'm telling them you may be an expert but have no audience. By the end of this program, you're going to have visibility and you're going to elevate your income, impact, and audience on autopilot. That is our transformation. Go from zero to hero. And when you want to think about building your own offer online, you want to take people from zero to hero, using a customer experience that's seamless, leveraging technology because it allows you to fast track the education and the learning process to create a faster customer transformation. Then from there, you get people who are raving fans. If anybody here is part of YouTube for Bosses, can you let me know in the comments and let me know if you're a raving fan and ambassador for YouTube for Bosses? Because we have thousands of people all over the world who are basically promoting our programs every single day for me without me asking, because they know it works, because I've created a good offer, a good customer experience, and an amazing customer transformation, going from no channel to blowing up on YouTube. So we have ambassadors everywhere. Everywhere. And this naturally happens when you have an offer, when you have a customer experience, when you have a customer transformation that you're clear on in your offer, that you clearly deliver on through your customer experience. That creates ambassadors who are going to sell your programs for you. So making a crappy product or a crappy offer kills the rest of this growth wheel. It doesn't allow you to grow. Raving fan for YouTube for Bosses. I love it. Thank you guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. I love you guys are here. Yes, this will be replayed afterwards. So welcome to all of you if you're just tuning in. And like I said, this is our online program, Online Business Growth Wheel. Again, if your offer sucks, nothing else will work. So you have to start with a good offer that takes people from zero to hero and creates a transformation as an infopreneur. Then you have your customer experience, how you're delivering the information. Then you have your customer transformation. What is that transformation that they're achieving through your program? How are you getting them from zero to hero? And then when you get people that transformation, they become raving ambassadors and they continue to sell your offer for you. And they become like a force of salespeople. All right. So I love it. Christina, I don't shut up about you. I find myself repeating your advice to people and then telling them to go to your channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Napesake, low-key, this is fire. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So does that make sense? That is your online business growth wheel, and it keeps you focused on simplicity. It keeps you focused on the one thing, which is really important. And for everybody who is a raving YouTube for Bosses fan, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you aren't a member of YouTube for Bosses yet, make sure that you check out the Boss YouTube Strategy Training. It's our masterclass. And if you check out that webinar, and we'll put the link below, that masterclass, you'll get a free, if you enroll on the masterclass, you'll get a free BYO Boss mug. And you will also get a special discount, a special VIB, very important boss discount. So make sure you go and check that out after the live today. Like I said, there's 600 people on this live stream right now. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope this is enjoyable for you, and I hope you're getting a lot out of this. Let me know your big takeaways thus far. And we're not even like halfway there. We're going to dive in now to our next 2 steps for building a successful online business. So being an infopreneur, this is like the next phase that I want to dive into and what this really means. So being an infopreneur really means that you package your information, your expertise, your experience to create a transformation for your client. So you're taking people, like I said, a powerful offer takes people from 0 to hero. So it's actually really simple to create an offer. That's just one piece of the puzzle though. Creating the offer, you have to figure out what is the ideal outcome for your ideal client? What do they need to achieve? What do they want to get out of your program, your offer? So if you get really clear on that, then you just need to create a formula that takes them from 0 to hero. For example, if you're taking YouTube for bosses, you may come in with no audience and no YouTube channel. We have a lot of clients that come in with no audience, no YouTube channel. We then share the 4 phases, which is research, content structure, optimization, and distribution, to take you from no audience to 100,000 subscribers in the next year, which we've had a lot of people do following that program. So you have to have a clear outcome and a clear 0 to hero transformation as an infopreneur to have a successful offer that people want to throw their credit cards at you for. That's really, really important. So the next thing I want to talk about is honing your craft. Like I said, you don't want to just launch a course or build a course when you have no data to prove that it works. So I know that the big buzzword is building a course, but I didn't build a course until I worked with people individually or worked with people on a smaller setting so that I could get to know my customer inside and out and actually know what it took to get people from 0 to hero. So inside of our Authority Accelerator program, we teach you how to get your first couple clients in the door, start making money, building that cash flow, and really getting to know your ideal clients so that you can then turn that formula you've created to achieve a 0 to hero transformation and turn it into an online course. But you got to hone your craft. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know that it actually transforms people before you try and sell it. So doing a beta launch or getting your family and friends in as your first client is the first step. So you have people in your network right now that you could probably enroll into your products and services. They're just waiting for you to create something or to offer something. I didn't have a funnel. I didn't have technicalities or like landing pages or lead pages or websites or any of that stuff or ClickFunnels, none of that shit. None of it was set up until I actually had an offer and a formula that worked and I got clients in the door. So you don't have to start complicated. You can start very simple. You can start with people who are in your network currently. And again, like I said, in our Authority Accelerator program, we teach you how to get your first couple clients without having all that complicated tech. And later in the program, we show you how to build out your funnels and build out your sequences and do your automated marketing so you can grow your income on autopilot. But you can start with what you have right now. And again, then you package that formula once you know it works into an offer and allows you to reach more people than you ever could one-to-one. Because if you're working with people one-to-one, which is what I did for a long time, you hit a ceiling. So you can't go past a certain number of clients because you only have so many hours in the day. But I've now been able to help 6,000. I worked with 10 clients when I had my business where I was working with people one-to-one. And then I went to 6,000 people in the last 4 years because people are able to take my formula, which I mastered by working with clients one-to-one or in a smaller setting, and they're able to apply it without actually needing me to teach it to them live. So they have my course, which is exactly what I would go through with my one-to-one clients, but now people all over the world in all different time zones are able to access it without actually needing my time. So that's where being an infopreneur and packaging your expertise into a course is so valuable. And the thing is, when it comes to competition in this space, in being an infopreneur, being part of this $1 billion a day industry, which is what it's going to be by 2025, you have no competition because nobody can do or teach what you teach like you teach it. No one is you, and that is your biggest asset and your biggest differentiating factor and your biggest superpower. Your story and your experience, and what I like to always say is your unique intel, which is your own experience, your own authority, your own knowledge, your own methodology, your own strategy, getting people from zero to hero, that's you. And nobody can take that from you. People will try and copy you. People will try and copy what you do and what you teach. And believe me, I've experienced that on multiple occasions, but no one can ever beat the original because they didn't master their craft. They didn't hone their expertise for years, and they don't continue to be tacticians. So being a tactician forever in what it is that you want to master will always continue to elevate you to be the best in your industry and become the go-to authority. Yes, this is live for anybody asking. This is live right now. So the next thing I want to dive into, are you guys getting this? Is this making sense? Can I get a big boss if this is making sense to you guys? And again, if you don't feel like the expert right now, write down a list of things that you could do in the next 30 days to become the expert. What books can you read? What courses can you buy? What mentors could you hire? There are ways to become the expert. And the best way to do it is by doing, by taking action and by testing and by trying and strategizing and getting your first clients in the door. So don't let the analysis paralysis or that perfection stop you from starting your business, because you have clients at your fingertips, but you just have to hone your craft in order to get them in the door in the first place and then work with them to create the formula that actually takes them from zero to hero. All right, let's do this. The next step is diversification. Okay, so diversification is the next step that I want to dive into here. And I think this one is really, really important because basically any successful investor, entrepreneur, anyone who's built a really successful life and business knows the value of diversification. And this is not just in your audiences and your traffic. It's in basically your audience. Like it's understanding that your platforms and how you grow your audience is so strategic and so important. So I talk about this a lot because I know this to be true. I have seen people's businesses get crushed because they didn't diversify. They didn't focus on diversification. So diversification means diversification in traffic, because Instagram could shut down tomorrow. Facebook could change the algorithm tomorrow. YouTube could change the algorithm tomorrow. I don't own YouTube. I don't own you as my subscribers or my viewers. You don't own the platforms. You don't own algorithms. They are run by companies. They are based on algorithms. What you do own is your own audience, which is your email list. If you aren't building an email list, you are building a house on borrowed land, and that house could get taken away from you at any minute. So when I say diversification, it's not talking about diversifying your niche, diversifying your message, because that would kill what I just taught you about focusing on the one thing. You have to focus on the one thing. Keep your message, keep your niche, keep your business very simple by focusing on the one thing. But diversify your traffic sources and your audience as much as you can so that if something happens to one of the platforms, you have something to fall back on. So you're not just focusing on having a YouTube audience, but you're actually driving that audience to your email list so that you own that email list. You own an email list. You control the distribution of it. You don't control the algorithms on any social platforms. So diversifying your niche or your message is the wrong way to go, because then you're talking about a bunch of different stuff and people don't know what to come to you for. And I've kind of hammered that point home in the beginning in the first phase of building a successful online business in 2020, but I'm just kind of further reiterating it for you here. So I wanted to show you guys what I mean by this, and I know that you guys have probably seen this before, but we talk about it as the Sunny system. So the Sunny system looks like this. It starts with your profitable content in the center of the Sunny system, and that profitable content helps you build out and diversify a bunch of different audiences and opportunities. You build your email list, which is your warm leads. You build out your other social platforms, because when people find you on one platform, they're going to want to follow you other places if you're delivering what I like to call profitable content, which is content that actually makes an impact and delivers value, which is part of the reason that you guys are all here. And then you build out your customers. You start attracting customers. You build out opportunities like press and influential relationships and speaking engagements. And all of this diversification, the beautiful thing about it is that it then all drives back to your profitable content, because you've built audiences in a bunch of different places that you can then leverage to promote your key pieces of profitable content, so you can beat the algorithms by showing up in a higher ranking, because you're getting all of this engagement from the audiences that you've diversified, and you don't have to necessarily rely on paid advertising. I didn't touch paid ads until I had a proven offer, a proven model, and I had started getting testimonials and results from my clients. So does that make sense? That's why diversification is so important. And like I said, if you want to dive into YouTube, go to BossYouTubeStrategy.com and make sure that you sign up for that masterclass so you can figure out how to really leverage YouTube in the right way and diversify your audience. All right, so build your own audience on your email list, beat ads and algorithms by doing that so you're not constantly relying on the algorithm to push you out. And I know there are people here right now who have built their audiences on social platforms, but you haven't even thought about building an email list. Please, if you get one thing out of this, start building your email list immediately. And again, in YouTube for Bosses, we talk a lot about that. We show you how to do it. You have to have a relevant opt-in or a relevant freebie to just start building your list. Checklist, cheat sheet, ebook. I have a whole video on how to build your list using YouTube, but those same rules apply on social media, so you can search YouTube for that. And the thing for me too is that you want to build an audience and nurture an audience so that they get to know you as the authority. It's kind of like if you're dating, you want to kind of take someone out for dinner first before you get to anything else, because you need to flirt, you need to nurture, you need to warm up, you need to build trust. People need to know, like, and trust you. And that's the value of having profitable content that you're sharing across social platforms, because profitable content is proving your authority, proving you're the best, proving your credibility, so that people actually want to work with you and buy from you because they trust you, they know you, they like you. It's that know, like, trust factor. So here's what I wanted to say about YouTube at the center of this, because you can use any platform at the center of it. But the reason that YouTube is so powerful is because it is the largest search engine or the second largest search engine in the world, owned by the largest search engine in the world. As I showed you earlier, Google's one thing is search. They are the best in the world at it. And people are looking for answers to their questions, solutions to their problems that only you can provide with your own unique voice, authenticity, expertise, and intel. And you just have to show up. So you as an entrepreneur are answering and solving problems all day long. You as a creator answering, solving problems all day long. You just have to show up and share that information. And YouTube will continue to send an audience to you and help you get discovered by a new audience every single day. Unlike Instagram or Facebook, where you have to be active and posting content, because the life cycle of a post on Instagram or a post on Facebook is a lot less long than the life cycle of a YouTube video. YouTube consistently drives evergreen traffic for you for years to come if you get your video showing up in the rankings. So people just need to be able to find you. So in order for that to happen, you need to understand how to master YouTube. And a lot of that comes back to following the Sunny system and having diversified audiences so you can use those audiences to drive back to your content. So like I said, if you want to dominate on YouTube, first and foremost, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I post new videos like this and about online business, mindset, motivation, tactical skills on YouTube, on social media in general, every single Tuesday and Friday. So click that subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified every single time I post a new video. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Do it now. Get to it. Subscribe. And then the next thing is, if you really want to dominate on YouTube, go to BossYouTubeStrategy.com, sign up, watch the masterclass. It's going to help you understand and give you the exact strategy to help you rank on the first page of YouTube and help you get discovered by new traffic and new clients every single day, all day. And if you want to check out our reviews and our testimonials, you can go to sunnylenarduzzi.com/reviews to see our client wall of fame. And as you can see, there's a lot of people here who are in YouTube for Bosses and can tell you just how powerful it is. All right. The next thing I wanted to dive into is this really like understanding how an online business works and the pillars behind it. So one of my mentors shared this with me years ago, and it's something that I focus on every single day and I look at on a weekly basis to do a little review of each piece. A business is really not as difficult as you may think it is. An online business particularly, because it is low risk, it is low cost, especially in the beginning when you're first getting started, compared to other businesses that you'd have to start where you have to spend money up front, or you have to buy product up front, or you have to invest in a physical space up front. Online businesses are really low risk and low or no cost at the beginning. But businesses in general, it doesn't matter what kind of business you have, they're all based around these 6 pillars. In order to have a successful online business, you have to have sales. In order to get sales, you need to know how to market your business. So that's leveraging a lot of what we talked about today. You have to understand the finances of your business. So you know what money's coming in, what money's coming out. You need to know how to operate your business. What are the key aspects of it? How does the whole machine work? If there is a problem, how do you troubleshoot it? The fulfillment. So if you have customers and clients, how are you fulfilling what they need in order for them to have an amazing customer experience and get the transformation that they're looking for, like I talked about earlier in that growth wheel? And then the final piece of this is team, which I didn't have a team for the first couple of years of my business. And I invested in a team because I realized that I couldn't do everything by myself, but I needed to also understand that I needed a proof of my business before I invested in a team member. So I was already making money before I invested in a team. And as an online business, again, this is a huge factor to why they are so awesome to start, because you don't necessarily need a team. I have a lot of clients, some clients who are generating 6 figures a month that don't have a team yet because they don't necessarily need one. So these really are the 6 pillars of a successful online business. And I really want you to understand this and take it away from this, and understand like the value of this. So this is one piece of the puzzle that I wanted to show you. And the next piece is what I showed you earlier, which is the growth flywheel. So again, your offer is everything. You have to have an offer that is going to truly transform your customer, deliver it in an amazing customer experience where people are going to walk away and say, I got what I needed and I did it in the most easy, seamless way possible with the least amount of friction. They actually achieve their 0 to hero transformation, and then they become an ambassador to continue selling your product for you all day, every day. So really, really important to understand all of those aspects. I know that was a lot of information. I'm not quite done yet, but but I wanted to make sure that you guys understood and got kind of all aspects of building an online business, because there are quite a few factors to it, but it's actually simple once you break it down. And once you break down the model, the work behind it is the hard part. Getting this up and running is the hard part. So I wanted to kind of show you all of that so you had a lay of the land. And I just want to review that it really comes down to focusing on the one thing. First and foremost, focus on the one thing and understanding what it truly means to be an infopreneur. So packaging your expertise into a formula that you can deliver to your clients and create that 0 to hero transformation. And then finally, diversifying your audience. So you're never relying or putting all of your eggs into one basket. Diversifying your audience allows you to never have to basically become bulletproof. And that's what I like to call it, a bulletproof entrepreneur versus a bulletproof business owner versus a treadmill entrepreneur, which means that you're constantly sprinting from one client to the next or sprinting from one shiny thing to the next. Diversification allows you to breathe and creates more flow and ease in your business. So does this all make sense? Give me a boss if it does. The next thing I wanted to dive into, and really the kind of like final piece of this puzzle, is I wanted to mention that even if you're just starting out and you're not even sure what you want to be building your info-based business around and your online business around in 2020, I made a video and it's called niche down, the no niche video. You can look for this thumbnail on my channel. We'll also link to it below. It's basically, if you don't have a niche, this is how to start growing on YouTube today. And I walk through tactics you can use even if you don't know what your niche is yet, so that you can understand it and get started. So you can check out that. And then on Friday, I'm posting a video all about how to stop procrastinating. And we'll put that in the description below this video, and you can check it out on Friday. So like I said before, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified every single time we post a new video. And this is the next one. So it's how to stop procrastinating and how to get unstuck if you're feeling stuck right now. Who's excited for that video? Let me know. But like I said, those are the 3 main pieces of building a successful online business in 2020. There's obviously so much to it, and there's a lot of things that you want to take into account, but really this is the base model. Now it's just about taking action and doing the work moving forward. So if you like this video, hit that like button. I'm also going to announce the winner of the boot camp, so don't worry about that. But if you like this video, hit that like button, share it out on your social platforms, share it with anybody who you think could benefit from seeing this. And make sure that you head to the Boss YouTube Strategy Masterclass to check out how and the process and the strategy to get your videos discovered on YouTube. And even if you have no audience and no channel right now, how to build a channel from scratch. So that's first. And the next thing is, if you really want to understand how to build an offer, you can go to sunnylenarduzzi.com/AA webinar. So sunnylenarduzzi.com/AA webinar. And you can sign up there, and I'll walk you through our 3-step process for building your Evergreen sales machine and building out your offer. All right, drum roll, please. Any guesses as to who the winner is of our scholarship for the Authority Accelerator? So basically, we did the YouTube Business Bootcamp all last month, and now we're into our 60-day sprint. So this is kicking off our 60-day sprint series, and we're going to be showing you new content every Tuesday and Friday on how to own the last 60 days of the year. It's actually less than that now, and how to kick off 2020 on the right foot. So if you want to start an online business, if you want to own your niche, if you want to be the authority, if you want to get your mindset right, if you want to achieve your goals, actually achieve your goals, you got to subscribe and make sure you hit the bell to get notified for every new video in this series, because that's what we're going to be rolling out over the next 2 months. But in our YouTube Business Bootcamp, and if you guys enjoyed it, let me know. But I saw a lot of comments saying that you did. We basically said that if you commented on every video, watched every video, you would be entered to win a scholarship to the Authority Accelerator. So, are you guys ready? Give this video a like if you're ready. The winner of the YouTube Business Bootcamp Authority Accelerator Scholarship is the anticipation killing you guys? It is the Fit Health Coach. Congratulations! I am so excited for you. You are the winner of our Authority Accelerator Scholarship. This is a big deal. This program is our highest level of support. It will walk you through how to build your own machine, build your own audience, leverage YouTube, leverage all social platforms, get your clients in the door, and build a successful 6-figure, 7-figure business online. So, we will be reaching out to you and letting you know how we can get you into the Authority Accelerator, and we'll get you in as soon as possible so you can start diving into the content, and then you can start hopping on the weekly calls with me and get into our private Facebook group for the Authority Accelerator. So everybody give the Fit Health Coach, Tanya, I hope I'm saying that right, a big congratulations. Congrats, girl, and you're already doing an amazing job. So I'm so excited to accelerate your growth, your authority, and help you elevate your impact, income, and audience on autopilot. So this is our winner of the Authority Accelerator Scholarship. Let's all give her a big congrats. If you are still interested in being a part of the Authority Accelerator, make sure that you check out our live masterclass. It happens every week, and you can check it out at sunnylenarduzzi.com/AA webinar. And again, I'll walk you through the 3 steps of creating your Evergreen sales machine and elevating your income, impact, and audience on autopilot. So there are nearly 600 or over 600 people here on this live stream right now. Like I said, if you enjoyed this, share it out, hit that subscribe button. Congratulations to Tanya. I'm so excited. Tanya, I hope I'm saying that right, on winning the scholarship. We're stoked for you. The whole team put a lot of effort into picking the winner of this. And we're just so excited. We had a lot of amazing entries. If you entered to win that scholarship, don't let it hold you back that you didn't win from being a part of the Authority Accelerator. You have the motivation, you have the desire, so make sure that you apply to be a part of it. And we'll put the application link below this video as well. Thank you guys again. Thanks for being here. I respect your time so much. You've been here with me for an hour. Like I said, if you enjoyed this, make sure that you share it out. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified every single time I post a new video. Give this a like, comment with your biggest takeaway, and the replay of this video will be up very, very soon on my channel. Thank you guys so, so much. I appreciate you all more than you will ever know. And I'm so excited to roll out this next series, which is our 60-day sprint. So stay tuned for the next video on Friday, how to stop procrastinating and get unstuck. I think you guys are getting a lot out of it. So yeah, I will see you guys then. Give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and share it with anybody who you think needs to watch this. Thanks for being here, boss. I appreciate you, and I will see you real soon. Bye, guys.